Hey everyone, today I've got the Purge election year movie review. Another purge is upon the American people, and it just gets crazier and crazier when it hits Washington, D.C. As far as the story goes, this is one of those franchises that you kind of want to hate, but you also want to love them, but you also hate the fact that they've gone downhill since the first Purge movie, which starred Ethan Hawke, and now it's got a brand new cast with a returning cast member, and this time the Purge is sort of on the verge of being stopped completely, and some people are happy about that and others just want to keep on purging. This one senator who had a traumatic history of 1 year of the purge, and now she wants to basically get rid of the purge and also running for president. So you see a lot of these scenarios going on that almost feel like, the times nowadays. I mean, we've got a nominee for president who is a female, and obviously there's violence in the world that needs to end. You see all of this crazy stuff happening, and I don't really like seeing these types of movies, though I have seen the previous two Purge movies, so I wanted to see what they were going to do with this movie, and I was looking forward to seeing it because I wanted to see how much they could step up their game with some of the events that were going down and even some of the purging scenarios. It technically didn't disappoint, and it sort of left me with a bad taste in my mouth afterwards, just because it was really sick to watch. Now, as far as the casting goes, you've got Frank Grillo, who returns as Leo from the Purge Anarchy, and this time his job is to be a bodyguard to protect the senator, and clearly there are some people that you just cannot be allowed to trust in this movie, and things just get crazy because he's been in that situation before. Of course, she's been in that situation before. Elizabeth Mitchell, I feel like, does a really good job. She's definitely vulnerable. I would have loved to see her be more tough, and I didn't quite see that here because I know that she can be a decent actress, and I would say that obviously, unlike her, Frank Grillo did a much better job in this movie, though I felt a little bit disappointed at the same time, and I don't know why. I can't really put my finger on it. So the other cast members in this movie were, I guess, decent as well because they were sort of focusing on two different groups of people, and it was just really intense to have them all sort of reconvene and just band together to stop all this purge madness. So as far as the things that I liked about this movie, it is intense, it is scary to watch, and I would say that it does make me angry and a little bit sad at the same time to watch this movie. I'm not ashamed to say that I did actually tear up at one point in this movie. I know it was just because of this one scene that happened that really just made me angry. I burst into tears. It was also really interesting that they were incorporating people from other countries coming in to involve themselves in this purge that was in America, and it's crazy, like I said, where it almost feels like these situations are reminiscent to our real lives, where bad things are happening like this. Unfortunately, the things that I didn't really like about this movie, I felt like this movie was fast-paced at times, it was slow-paced at times, it was getting kind of boring, and yet I was really intrigued to know what was all going to go down because there were some other people that were involved, like the higher-ups that wanted to take out the senator, are more of like political figures as well. So I'm thinking, why are they, I guess, not considering themselves more vulnerable than her? And because of their like position of power, which was one of the rules in the Purge, is that you can't take out people with a certain like higher like class level or something, which is why it just seems like this crazy system that goes on. But I don't know, I just wasn't as impressed with this movie, and I was kind of annoyed by some characters, like these girls that just kept on popping up just because they couldn't get a freaking candy bar. I mean, it was like so stupid, and I just felt like some of the scenarios were also really dumbed down, and I just don't like random people wielding machetes. Like, how did you get... overall, I would say that the Purge election year just wasn't the movie for me. I know it took a while for me to see it since it came out in July. How fitting during the 4th of July weekend. I guess I just can't really see myself recommending it to other people. Unless you have been a fan of the other Purge movies, then maybe you also want to see this movie as well. I don't know. I would give this 2 hearts on the heart rate scale. So let me know in the comments what you guys thought of the Purge election year, and how does this compare to the previous 2 Purge movies? Should they stop with these Purge movies, or should they make more of them? And as always, you guys can subscribe to my channel. Upcoming movie reviews, movie updates, coming every week for a Trial Thursday video. You guys can also like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter, and I will see you guys later.